Hello everyone, happy Saturday morning. This is June 8th, no, June 7th. June 7th, 2025, and I had a dream message. Damn it. There we go. I had just a weird thing when I was first waking up that said news coming in about him going out. And I had to do a couple little spreads all on my own to figure out who him was. I thought, I thought it was Trump. So, but then I thought, well, maybe I shouldn't just take it for granted. So I'm doing a reading on Elon to see what comes out. I'm going to see what comes through because I'm doing the dailies on Trump already. I just want to check in with Elon again. There. Okay. Troubles or issues with all of the women who have had his children, but also I think he has a pretty good relationship with his mom, or like it's supportive, I think. We'll see. So Five of Swords reversed. Talk about challenge. To have a reverse card in the challenge position really amplifies the challenge. So Five of Swords reversed. This could be him moving on, compromising, and maybe being a little reclusive for a while. It's also one of my cards for funerals. I don't know if he's going to have problems with, I don't think his mother's that old, but we never know. But this is, the Empress card is the mother card. It's also, would be, like I said, his, all the women he's had children with. It's also a card of wanting to maybe go home to mama, like that kind of thing, like that feeling inside, like where's my mom? Not, like going for pleasure through other means, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean, Vern, right? Okay. I'll just kind of do, actually, I'll straighten him out and I'll just go across and over, and let's get, a scenario of time. Okay, Six of Cups reversed. Sun reversed. This is not good. Whoa. Okay. When it comes to health, these are not good cards. Sorry, there we go. I think I could fit. Yeah, here we are. Ooh, goodness. Nine of Swords doesn't help. Let's see what was on the bottom. Yeah, they're with his kids and the whole family unit. Yeah, there's a backing off and a... So these two cards are really important for the whole spread. And then these two have to do with like the foundation of what's going on in his life right now. So again, it has to do with the family. Like I said, if it were reversed, it's my dysfunctional family card. Of course, he is a dysfunctional family man, but I can't say that all of his, the women who have had his children are, doing that, because in a lot of cases, it was just artificial insemination, and they, But is he paying child support? I mean, he has that compound in Texas where they can all go live, but what if they don't want to live in Texas? Because it sure isn't safe for women in Texas when you're talking your health and reproductive rights. It's really scary there. Really scary. So, okay, with the Five of Wands, but then again, if we're looking at health, hold on. If we're looking at health, with the Ten of Cups, this is Mars in Pisces, so going towards the bliss. Okay, could be that. Five of Wands reversed is fatigue, chronic fatigue. It's also heart issues. It's also impotence. If we look at it with the other, like I said, when it comes to reverse, we're talking compromise and trying to avoid conflict and focusing on your own goals. That definitely goes with these cards here, too. Okay, so now let's just look at try to get a little bit of a timeline. So Seven of Cups reversed, running out of options. He really, really wanted those government contracts. He really wants those. I don't know if he's going to get them anymore. It's very possible those contracts can be rescinded, and whether or not there's, like a payment fee for that, that he would get. Still, he wouldn't get those $6.3 billion a year. So we'll see about that. So Seven of Cups reversed. Again, it's running out of choices, running out of options, running out of opportunities, and reality setting in. On a health level, this is dangerous sex partners, infections and poisons going into his body. With the Sun reversed, this is health problems. This can be a breakdown of the systems, the bodily systems. He's too young to be, doing the sundowning thing, but we know that he does do ketamine at night. I mean, he's admitted to that in many interviews. So this makes sense to me. Like at night, he's out of it. And I was reading on him in my last live stream, and I was getting dizzy. Like just to enter into his energy, I started getting dizzy. So that was very telling to me. But anyway, the Sun is also the heart. When it comes to the health, we're looking at the heart and the spine and the solar plexus, like the core, third chakra. He does have a weird shaped stomach there. Because it's reversed, where it is possible, he's out of options and there's a lack of success. He's diluting and smoking stuff and putting poisons in his body via drugs, because he's got everything, he's got all the bling, the homes, the blah blah blah. He's got everything. He's the richest man on the planet for now. Tesla stock has sunk, and then I guess it kind of made itself back up, but with all Trump has to do is say something and there it goes. But anyway, getting back to on the level of health, like I said, breakdown of body systems. Sometimes temporary depression is another keyword for that. When it comes to the Temperance card reverse, because it's ruled by Sag, this is my card for homeostasis when it comes to health, and how important it is. Like without homeostasis, then other systems in the body have to make up for the ones that aren't working well. And he needs to learn that, how all systems work together. I have a feeling he's smart enough and does know that, but he just can't seem to stay away from the need to drug out, or numb out, I should say. So he's lacking patience. He's lacking moderation. This could be, because it's reversed, he could be having drug interactions. It's also one of my cards for overdose. At the very least, it's excesses and deficiencies. And something that could lead to a blood transfusion or some other transfusion. It's also my card for grave illnesses when it comes through reversed. Okay, so that's like, I'm thinking the past and moving into the present here. Okay, he's having to take a stand and find, find find his center and figure out what's he going to do. Mars and Leo, and Mars is transiting through Leo, and this full moon is going to be hell for Trump. I have not looked at it in Elon's chart, and I don't know if I'm going to have time, but yeah, anyway, so he's needing to protect himself. He's needing to stand up for himself. It's upright, so I'm not going to go into the health issues because it wouldn't apply. The High Priestess, it's our Moon and Cancer card, being upright. He's being quiet. He's learning. He's figuring out how to stand up for himself. He is standing up for himself by going silent for a while. I really got clearly that, because I did those other readings the other day on him with, their squabble. And I really felt that he just kind of put everything out there that he had, and now he's going quiet. And so it looks like he's standing up for himself, and he's going within a little bit and regrouping. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's working through some emotional things. But yeah, I just get that he's being silent. And then moving forward, he's done. So on a health level, this is very, very bad. It's not reverse, but it doesn't need to be. This is a collapse. This is whatever puts the nails in the coffin. This is being stabbed in the back, betrayed. It's an ending. It's a loss. When it comes to the body, I don't know, maybe he is being quiet and going to a very intuitive female acupuncturist. That's very, very possible. And yeah, I mean, with the health, it can be kind of like losing your mind, and probably having nerves and upper body problems. And he does do weird things. He does the eye roll thing. I think he's just really high. He's like tripping balls, right? I mean, but then he also does, I've seen videos of him where when he's walking, he'll do some weird things like maybe he's got Tourette's or something. I don't know. There's something going on there. But this is my card for undiagnosed neurological disorders and seizures, whether they're small or, maybe he's having many seizures when he's moving weird, because I've seen him move weirdly. So there's that. So this is all, I don't know if I'm reading the past or the future here. I was thinking this would be the future, but I'm seeing the past. But maybe there's more of it in the future. And I think so, because with the Five of Pentacles here coming through reversed, this is major mental stress and mental fog and instability. So, and because it's Mercury in Taurus, he might be having trouble speaking. He might be so pissed that he can't speak. Could be something like that. But it's... when it comes to on the financial levels, when we get this card reversed, I see it as recovery and getting some support. So I think he's just kind of staying home and recovering. He might be out and about, but I think he's financially recovering. Okay. So the Three of Wands would be looking out towards foreign countries, and we know he already does that. And so he's going to do more of that to financially recover after this loss, major loss. And yeah, nothing new there, right? You could have told me that. But this has to do with traveling and expanding, making plans to expand. And with the star, I'm going to read that as Starlink. I'm also going to read that as he has a lot of faith in himself. He believes in himself, and he believes in the universe, and he's being re-inspired. So there's that. It's also one of my cards for the nervous system, because we're talking, Aquarius. But I do feel like, just tuning in, I'm empathing headaches, and I'm empathing things on the left side of my body, so I feel like it has to do with women and his feminine side. Maybe he's traveling to go visit his mother, and she's helping him. So, okay. That's kind of boring, right? But I just had to say it so that it'll stop, so I can release it in my body, or out, and let it go. With the Eight of Wands coming through reversed. Now, this is, Mercury and Sag. The energy going inverted, going within, like imploding within. That's not so good. Headaches. This is also a card for falling, or having because it's Sag, Mercury and Sag, having an accident when you're exercising or walking, like those types of things. I wonder. And because it's reversed, it's a card for air travel, and I'm sure, of course, he has his own private jet, at least one, and probably his mom does too. So I'm not really worried about him traveling. But when it comes to reverse, there's a lot of frustration and bad timing, and things are delayed. So he might be inspired, and he may be having some recovery, and he has these, new plans going forward, but there are delays, and he gets frustrated with the delays. So, boo-hoo, right? But, okay, I just wanted to check in and see, because I was getting news coming in about him going out. It could be that could be what this card is here. He's frustrated, and maybe he's trying to make plans to move to another country. Yeah, because he's not in charge of Tesla really anymore. He's beholden to the stockholders. So they're telling him how to manage himself, right? Yeah. So okay. But in summary, I do see major health problems, major addiction problems, possible overdose, not major, but depression, running out of options, all of that, just to summarize. Big loss. I think he's going to have a big loss again. And I do feel like he wants women around him, or at least his mother. He needs nurturing and self-care. But this could be going to Russia, these two cards here. Of course, he's not going to go friggin' live in Russia. There's no way. But, with his choice, there are so many countries. Just Google how many countries, list of countries that do not have extradition treaties with America or with the United States. And it's, a couple pages long. And I think that's what I think he's making plans to get away, but he's getting frustrated trying to figure out probably where he wants to go. And, I don't know. News, just have to go with the message that I got. News coming in about him going out. It may very well be, I don't have the death card here, but all of these other cards are terrible. And an overdose doesn't have to take a person out, but it can certainly leave them in a state that they have to deal with for the rest of their life. Right? So if I had to place my bets on these cards, I'm getting overdose. So, okay, that's all I have. Thanks. Bye.